work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick.
Switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible one.
Back at it in round 4. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Marquez is hurt. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Lomachenko in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They stop the hook there. And Marquez goes down. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
I need... 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but as then...
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Beautiful counter shot. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round.
Come on, switch on.
There's the bell to start round 5. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Blocks the left uppercut. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Missed him with that uppercut. Marquez is dazed. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They blocked the left there. Marquez is rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
You cannot...
On to the 6th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
That hook is parried away. A perfect counter lands. Good job stopping that uppercut. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. They blocked the left there. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell. Hold that thought! Marquez is in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They stopped the hook there. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Lomachenko in trouble. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Stamina is... Here comes round 7. punch caught him clean. Nice defense on that hook. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. How about that time counter shot? Off the charts action from both of these fighters. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee's going to allow them to fight. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick. Holding nothing back here in the round. Carrying away the right hook. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. He blocks that right hook. Marquez is hurt. And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Good defense to block the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight. Did you see that? Marquez is rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They block the hook. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their...
Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.